He broke his speed.
Victoria Derby Day, proudly brought to you by Amy.
Lucky. Oh, Amy.
Good morning, I'm Matthew Browning and thanks for joining us on Sky Racing for our coverage of one of Australia's most famous race days. It's Derby Day at Flemington, 3 Group 1 races on the program and a brilliant support program. We've had the first at Flemington, we'll be replaying that race for you shortly, and of course our coverage today will be slightly delayed due to contractual arrangements, but we do have full live coverage of Rosehill, Doomben, Cheltenham and Newcastle, and we'll replay every race from Flemington shortly after it's been run. Now we've got New Zealand coming up in 2 minutes. It's Carbine Club Stakes over 1,600 metres. Let's bring you a full replay.
Set for the first. And they're racing with Tasamba a little slow on the inside. All Carriage began fast. Mr. Greg very slow and is settling at the tail end. And Gordo about 3rd or 4th last, but improving in the early part. And All Carriage led from presently out past the 1,400 metres. Grand Falls up to 3rd. Road to Dance a neck away 4th the inside. 1.5 to Jar Jar Binks, trailed by Tasamba and then Just a Believer. A length and a half further back, Beresney worse than midfield on the inside of Sir Jorro with Gordo 3 wide. 2 lengths behind these horses then is Resoundingly, followed by Don Eduardo and 2 to Mr. Greg. It's presently the leader out near the 1,000 metres, 2 lengths in front of All Courage. Grand Falls 3rd the outside, a length and a half just behind these horses then is Gordo, who's gone up fast on the outside. Road to Dance for the rails run and then Jar Jar Binks. They're trailed by Tasamba, Just a Believer, and a break of about 2.5 lengths Resoundingly over on the inside as they neared the corner. It's being followed by Sir Jorro, and well back is Don Eduardo towards the tail of the field. He's second last coming around the turn, and Mr. Greg presently led All Carriage into the straight. Road to Dance right behind them, and then Grand Falls, Jar Jar Binks between horses. Gordo's out wider, followed by Just a Believer and Tasamba making some ground along the inside as they go past the 400 metre mark. All Carriage moved up to presently, wider out Gordo, and Road to Dance getting off the fence, coming home fairly from Grand Falls, and then Don Eduardo. All Carriage took the lead now. Beresney running on behind them with an effort, and they're followed by, on the outside, Gordo and Road to Dance, but All Carriage is in front. Near the line, he's holding them out, and All Carriage first. Wins it from either Gordo or Road to Dance, with Beresney close up on the inside. Then came Mr. Greg, who's come from last, making ground, and then Grand Falls, Don Eduardo, the weakening presently, followed by Resoundingly, and back behind those Jar Jar Binks to Samba, and they were trailed further back in the field then by Just a Believer, who's towards the tail, and Sir Jorro is last of all.
Jim Cassidy and Lee Friedman win the first at Flemington on Derby Day with All Courage number 6, $23, $6. 2 Gordo ridden by Darren Gauchi, $1.40. 8 Road to Dance ridden by Brett Preble, $1.60. Cornella, $41. Exacta, $83.90. The trifecta, $487. And that was a replay of race 1 at Flemington. We've got the second race there coming up shortly. But race 8 New Zealand, they're about...
Racing, Tasamba on the inside, a little bit tardy away, and All Courage bound straight to the front here from presently up second early. They're followed by Road to Dance and Grand Falls. Further back, Jar Jar Binks, followed by Just a Believer to Samba. Then Beresney, further back in the race, Gordo a little wide early, followed by Sojoro. Over along the inside, then came resoundingly from Don Eduardo, and last of all is Mr. Grigg along the back and presently took it up and moved 2.5 lengths in front of the 1,200 metre mark from All Courage second. 2 lengths further back, then Grand Falls third on the outside of Road to Dance fourth. 1.5 lengths, Jar Jar Binks. 3/4 further back in the race, Just a Believer. Gordo's out 4 wide back midfield. He's making some ground on the inside to Samba from Beresney. Sojoro up 3 deep further back in the race and resoundingly Don Eduardo, and 3 to Mr. Grigg last of all. Coming to the 800 metre mark, presently nearly a length in front now from All Courage. A length further back, Road to Dance, and then came Grand Falls. Gordo's going to be 4 and 5 deep coming to the turn from Tasamba. Further back in the race, and when they come to the corner, Just a Believer, followed by Beresney and Sojoro. On the corner they race now at the 550 metre mark. Presently a 1/2 length in front of All Courage, 1.5 lengths, Road to Dance a rail. Grand Falls further out from Jar Jar Binks. Gordo out in the clear down the outside. He's starting to lay in a little bit, picking up some ground. A gap then Don Eduardo from Sojoro. 300 to go now on the outside. And getting to the front, it's a battling on presently. Tackled by on the outside of it, All Courage. 2 lengths further back, Road to Dance in the clear. Then came Gordo, but All Courage is in front. After it, Road to Dance, Beresney and Gordo. All Courage in front of Road to Dance and Gordo, and All Courage gets home. All Courage 3/4 to either Gordo or Road to Dance, and on the inside of those is Beresney. Then Mr. Grigg ran on from Grand Falls presently. Don Eduardo from Jar Jar Binks. Further back in the race then came the outside resoundingly from Tasamba, Just a Believer, and Sojoro near the tail.
Number 6, All Courage for Jim Cassidy, 24.70 the win, $6 the place. Number 2, Gordo to pay 120, or 8, Road to Dance at 190. Placings New Zealand raised 6 of 14, 5 and 1.
6, All Courage, ridden by Jim Cassidy. Number 2 has got second, Gordo. And third is number 8. 6, 2 and 8. 6, and after the photo, number 2 is second, number 8 is third. All Courage getting 2 presently well in the straight. Road to Dance got out. Gordo, it was tough for him because...
And 60 cents.
Here's the best tip of the day. De Bortoli Windy Peaks Chardonnay. Yes, the new vintage Windy Peaks Chardonnay is now available.
They came out with a good line. UP away quickly over on the inside with Ancient Prince. North Boy began okay with Run Just Run. Further out is Finbar. Now Storm Zero tucking behind them. They all go to the flat side, and the widest running out Chong Tong when they settle down from Perfect Crime. Over on the inside, Ancient Prince has got down to the rail to just be in front. Moving up on the outside of it now is Finbar, and further out Run Just Run, 1.5 lengths to New Key. North Boy back 5th, followed by Spectatorial. Further out is Storm Zero, then Perfect Crime, followed by Chong Tom, and last of all King of Prussia. Onto the course proper at the 600 metre mark. Ancient Prince on the inside here of Finbar. 1 length into Run Just Run. New Key behind those, followed by North Boy. Further out, Storm Zero's gone past it from Spectatorial. Chong Tong wider out, and now getting to the outside, King of Prussia. North Boy went back to third last in the pocket. Chong Tong out wide, right out in the middle, has now hit the front. After it, King of Prussia, and now North Boy gets out late, followed by Run Just Run. Chong Tong got a length in front. North Boy after it with 100 to go from Run Just Run and Spectatorial. Chong Tong in front. North Boy trying to pick it back. Chong Tong just in front of North Boy. Chong Tong wins a half head to North Boy, third Spectatorial. They're followed by Run Just Run, then Perfect Crime. Then Storm Zero further back, Ancient Prince, followed by Finbar. King of Prussia didn't come on, and last of all is New Key.
8 Chong Tong, Dan Nicolette, 21.20 and 4.20. 1 North Boy, 1.40. 3 Spectatorial, 4.10.
In 1-9, the winner is Chong Tong, number 8. Number 8, 1 is second, North Boy, and number 3 third, and that's Spectatorial. 8, 1 and 3. 8, 1 and 3, 8, 1, 3. Friedman a double, and another one at good odds here at $20.70. Chong Tong. They jumped away. I don't know whether the rider had sort of half a thought to come to the outside, but they all went over on the flat side. And never closer than about 4 or 5 to the rail. He's joined in, got to the leaders pretty quickly. North Boy just got shuffled back in a pocket back to about third last. He was finishing on well, but he's missed about a half head to a short head. And Spectatorial in third, placing in 1-9. 1-9 with no wind assistance. Officially fourth, number 10, Run Just Run.
And the Toads 8 Chong Tong, 21.20 the win, 4.20 a place, 1 North Boy, 1.40. 3 Spectatorial, 4.10. Quinella, 34.30. The exacta 84.50, trifecta $837, and the first four, 8, 1, 3 and 10, is $5,977.10.
On 2K...
Spectatorial. 2 was Spectatorial, and away fast Perfect Crime, who's heading towards the flat side. In fact, it looks like they all might head that way. Chong Tong from the outside barrier and King of Prussia are across there as well. Getting away fast there was Ancient Prince, and as they settle down and come to the 900-metre mark, it's Ancient Prince joined by Finbar and Run out wider on the course. Just behind those horses and very wide there is Storm Zero. They're followed by New Key in behind the pace, and North Boy is handy with some cover. Being followed by Spectatorial on the rail, and then Chong Tong, who's well back. King of Prussia towards the tail in company with Perfect Crime. As they came to the 500 now, it's Finbar on the outside. Ancient Prince the rails, they're the leaders. Wider out on the course is Chong Tong coming home well from Run. And in the centre, Storm Zero is under a bit of pressure here, and they're followed by New Key, and then North Boy. Chong Tong hit the front now at the 200. It's Chong Tong in front of North Boy, and battling away is Run on the inside. Chong Tong the leader. North Boy starting to lift. Chong Tong being tackled by North Boy. Chong Tong, North Boy, they hit it. Chong Tong by a head to North Boy. Spectatorial ran on well for third. Run fourth. Then Perfect Crime, who came from the back, followed by Storm Zero, who battled only. Followed further back in the field at the head of the others was Finbar, who weakened along with Ancient Prince, King of Prussia and New Key.
They all went to the inside, and the first one down the straight. Lee Freedman has won the first two at Flemington on Derby Day, and both of those winners have been better than 20-1. Chong Tong, Danny Nikolic, 20.70 and 4.50. 1 North Boy, Damien Oliver, 1.70. 3 Spectatorial, Patrick Payne, 3.20. 34.60 Quinella, 83.20 the exacta, and the trifecta $780 on race 2. Chong Tong has now had 2 starts at Flemington for 2 wins. He likes it there. And the next is the SAAB Quality. Quite a few of the Melbourne Cup hopefuls having their final hit out in the SAAB. Race 3 to be run at 12:45 p.m. Eastern Summertime. Now our next race is race 1 from Rosehill in 15 minutes. And Montaser, first starter, $1.60. A colt. Although Sportsman continues to tumble in, this Warwick Farm trained youngster, a gelding by Supremo, into $4.50, and Samovar is at $5.70. Wayne Harris's late mail for the first. 1, 2, 4 and 7 were Wayne's numbers. He put Montaser on top. And let's head to Rosehill Gardens, race 1 on Derby Day, and here is Ian Craig.
Thank you, Matt. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon, viewers, and welcome to Rosehill Gardens on, well, it's a fine day in Sydney, a little overcast at the moment. Track good, rail out 6 metres. Favourite for the first, number 1, Montaser. Moving in well. That is our Sky Channel audience joins us now. Good afternoon to you, Chris, and our radio audience. Hello, Les, and we're all aboard now for the broadcast of the first, the WSFM, the 101.7 WSFM handicap. Interesting race. Despite the smallness of the field, Montaser is $1.80 on the tote, having its first start. Has been a drifter in the ring, and Sportsman has met with good support, but there's been very, very heavy backing late for Samovar, number 4. Named after the Russian T-urn, Samovar from the John Hawke stable, Rodney Quinn in the saddle, and on the tote at the moment is $5.70 in New South Wales, and there's been good on-late support for it. So it's the best backed in the last minute and a half only. Now Montaser to move in now, and they'll soon be off and running in the 1100 metres 2-year-old is Montaser, with Chris Muntz aboard, racing in the colours of His Excellency Nassaluta. And they're ready to go. 1,100 metres ahead of them here. And they're off this time. Sportsman dwelt, and Samovar is back to last. Her way, the early leader, Montaser and Penny Opera got out nicely, and a length the Sportsman picking up ground as being hard ridden low, followed by Bullaborghese, Devastate, and Samovar is last of all. Her way is the leader as they come down the side at the 750, about a length and a quarter on Montaser, a length and a half to Penny Opera, 3/4 the outside Sportsman, then Bullaborghese, followed by Devastate, and last of all is Samovar. Down by the 500 250, and Her Way slipped away by 2.5 lengths on Montesa. Sportsman around Penny Opera, then Devastate. Bullaborg Easy second last, and Samovar is last around the corner. Her Way a handy leader, 2 lengths now on Montesa. Sportsman has gone past Montesa, and then comes Devastate putting in a sprint, and Samovar's back last at the 250. Her Way's rider goes for the Persuader. Devastate and Sportsman picking it up. Forget Montesa. Her Way grabbed by Sportsman in the middle. Sportsman hits the front from Her Way and Devastate, and Sportsman is drawing clear, and Sportsman wins the first from Her Way. Third to Devastate. Fourth on the outside, Bullaborg Easy, followed by Penny Opera. Montesa was a flop, and so too was Samovar at the tail of the field. Number 2 got the prize and got it well. Number 2, Sportsman, ridden by Grant Buckley for Greg Hickman and owners Mrs. E. Hickman, D. Ballin, A. Demergen, C. Payne, D. Moxie and E. Brennan to pay in New South Wales 450 and 190. Slightly dwelt at the start, but got into a good posse and was a little too strong for them. He's a nice type of horse by the American sire Supremo from the New Zealand mare, the Centane mare Professional. A 2-year-old brown gelding ruined his hopes out here at his debut on the 13th of October when he blued the start noticeably. But he's got a bright future ahead of him, I think, Sportsman. No numbers up. 2 Sportsman, Grant Buckley first. Second and third placings will be about to be posted in a moment. Her Way will be second, number 7. And it'll pay $5.40, run a cheeky race, and Devastate third, number 6, Darryl McClellan, no third tape. There they go now, 276, and the flop was Montesa. She Gate had an ordinary run with the 2-year-olds this season, hasn't she? Snowland's been by far and above the best of them. I think off the top of my head, the only 2-year-old winner she's had, quite in contrast to last season, with the 2-year-olds, of course, taking all before them in the early part of that season. But anyway, she has a big string, and I'm sure there's some nice ones around. 2, 7, 6 and 3 on the first of the day, clocked in 104.95. The record is 104.03. 34.52 the sectional. The runner up there, number 7, Her Way, is a filly by Masquet, trained by Jack Denham for his wife Brent Stanley. And number 6, third, Devastator, filly by Eagle Eye, trained by Ron Quentin, Darryl McClellan. 3 officially, fourth, Bullaborg Easy, and here are the totes in 4. And number 2, the winner.
Cup. Spirit of Westbury 14, Crown Mahal 49, 15 Tiger's Eye, Touch the Groom Steady $7.20. Over to number 9, May the Horse Be With You 11, Indian Ridge, no real change there, 7.40, 18 Philidor, 14 Scrumptious, 21 Yuppie, 7.90 Just Honour, 48 Prophet's Kiss, and Big Hustler is now 200. Then it's Frenzel Rom 69, Green Raider 100, Guilty Verdict at $73. So looking at those totes, it appears that Primrose Sands is the best back runner for the SAAB quality coming up in about 3 minutes' time. She's the favourite on Super Tab, New South Wales and Queensland. It's a very open affair on Queensland, more so than anywhere else, but she is favourite across the board and well supported. Alf Matthews can't go past her, Primrose Sands. He's put her on top, number 3. 14 for second, Just Honour. Then 8, Touch the Groom, and 9, May the Horse Be With You. Alf Matthews' numbers are 3, 14, 8 and 9 on race 3. The SAAB quality, a Group 2, coming up fairly soon. Runners are at the barrier, and they'll be moving in very, very soon. Correct weight at
6 and 4, 164, late mail 4, Just Or, number 4, event 12.55.
Late here, I noticed in the last call from the ring. About 4 or 5 to come up. Dean Lester.
Yes, Brian, of course, this race shaped the Melbourne Cup last year with Brew going on to complete the double. A lot of horses trying here. I thought Sailor Century looked a lot better than he has looked all prep today. He's got a big task wide, drawing a lot of weight, but he is a Group 1 winner and he could be the improver today.
OK, well, he's number 1, Sailor Century. He's just got out in the betting a little. He's on 11.60 at the moment and 3.90. Indian Ridge just tightening up a point. A little bit of specking for 7, Tiger's Eye. Just Honour is solid. Brett Preble on 50 runs, 50 outs at the moment, B. Preble on 50 outs. And rides Just Honour as it goes into line now. And they look to be ready to go on the SAAB quality. Full gate of 18. Bit of movement there from Sailor Century out in 16. The gates are back and they're off and running. Primrose Sands began fairly on the inside. Jumping out fast was Frenzel Rom. May the horse be with you. And further out is Just On Him from Indian Ridge out in the middle. And here's Spirit of Westbury in the lime cap coming over quickly. Primrose Sands had the lead down by the winning post the first time, but going quickly. Spirit of Westbury up on the outside to now go up and just have its head in front. A length and a half then to Indian Ridge out 3 deep around May the Horse Be With You with Just Honour. And Scrumptious out 3 deep from Crown Mahal. Frenzel Rom the rail, a length and a half Green Raider. Curator Storm the fence, a length Big Hustler 2 further back Tiger's Eye. Touch the Groom the rail 2 lengths further back and the race Prophet's Kiss. Over on the inside Yuppie and there followed by Philidor. Sail of Century just getting his head up a little. He's back at the tail with Gildy Verdict. Up the riverside of the 1800 metre mark and Spirit of Westbury can't cross over in front of Primrose Sands. It's about a half in front. 2 lengths to Indian Ridge up third. On the inside May the Horse Be With You fourth. A length further back Just Honour from Scrumptious out 3 deep. Crown Mahal the middle, the inside Frenzel Rom, a length and a half Curator Storm. Green Raider outside it 2 to Big Hustler is on the outside of Touch the Groom. A length further back Tiger's Eye, the inside of it Yuppie there followed by Prophet's Kiss. Gildy Verdict going up 3 deep from Sail of Century and Philidor last of all. 1400 metres to go, and over on the inside Primrose Sands is now just in front, little between Primrose Sands and Spirit of Westbury. They're locked together going down the back. Spirit of Westbury again ahead in front of Primrose Sands. 2 lengths to May the Horse Be With You on the inside of Indian Ridge in the orange colours. A length and a half further back running fifth, and the race would have been Just Honour. Then came the inside Frenzel Rom, further back Crown Mahal. Gildy Verdicts worked around the outside. They're followed by Scrumptious. A length further back in the race and Curator Storm from Touch the Groom locked away inside Green Raider. Back behind those, then at the head of the others coming off the back, Big Hustler. Sail of Century, further back than Yuppie. They're followed well back by Prophet's Kiss and Philidor last of all. They run up before the home turn inside the 800. Primrose Sands from Spirit of Westbury. Indian Ridge moves 3 deep on the outside. 4 wide then is Gildy Verdict and Big Hustler off the track. Behind them, waiting for runs, May the Horse Be With You. Just Honour into the clear. Further back in the race then, Frenzel Rom. In the straight they race at the 400 metre mark. It's Primrose Sands and Spirit of Westbury having a crack at it again. A length further back, Indian Ridge. Just Honour out in the middle and getting a run through. May the Horse Be With You. It's coming home well. May the Horse Be With You. Got up on the inside now of the tackling at Spirit of Westbury. They're clear of Just Honour and Indian Ridge, and further back Touch the Groom. May the Horse Be With You just in front from Spirit of Westbury, and May the Horse Be With You. May the Horse Be With You. A neck on the line, Spirit of Westbury. I reckon Touch the Groom grabbed third from Just Honour, followed by Prophet's Kiss, Curator Storm, Indian Ridge Yuppie, then Frenzel Rom, further back than Scrumptious. Primrose Sands knocked up, further back Big Hustler. Well back then Sail of Century, Crown Mahal. Back behind those Green Raider with Tiger's Eye, then Philidor, and last of all is Gildy Verdict.
9, May the Horse Be With You, J. Patton. 11, 20, 350. 4, Spirit of Westbury, 440. 8, Touch the Groom, 320.
Correct weight New Zealand, race 9 on 465.
Number 9 up on the inside. May the Horse Be With You. Jason Patton has beaten number 4, that's Spirit of Westbury. And after the photo for third, number 8, Touch the Groom on the outside, has run third, 9, 4 and 8. 9, 4, 8. 9, 4 and 8. Number 14 officially fourth, and that is Just Honour. Yes, May the Horse Be With You. Exactly, John. Yeah, a good tip. Races his way into the Melbourne Cup now. May the Horse Be With You. Good Flemington horse. Ran second at Geelong behind Karazi, just beaten. General feeling was that maybe one of the softer tracks, but Patton has ridden the horse superbly here to get up on the inside. He wore pacifiers today, it's worth noting. May the Horse Be With You. He got up to Spirit of Westbury, has been a terrific run. Always there boxing on in the lead with Primrose Sands, and May the Horse Be With You. Up on the rail, grabbing Spirit of Westbury. Just on ahead third, right on the line, and Touch the Groom finished just a little bit better to grab it for third placing in 2:35.8. 2:35.8, the record 2:33. Primrose Sands leading and sharing the lead with Spirit of Westbury. They rarely win on the fence when there's a horse sort of half length in them and getting a neck in front off the rail. And Primrose Sands really did crack at about the 300. So the run of Spirit of Westbury has been absolutely outstanding to sort of try and half length the Primrose Sands, Spirit of Westbury most of the way, and still have its head in front down inside the 200 until May the Horse Be With You arrive right up on the inside.
And the totes, 9, May the Horse Be With You, Jason Patton. 11.20 the win, 3.50 the place. 4, Spirit of Westbury, 4.48, Touch the Groom, 3.20. The Quinella, 56.90. Exacta, 125.40. Trifecta, 9, 4 and 8. $1,046.
But as I said,
pick up the replay.
They're off. And the starter caught them pretty well. Primrose Sands ridden out on the inside. Friends Elrom got out well, and so did May the Horse Be With You and Just Honour. That quartet going forward. Spirit of Westbury from an outside gate, and Indian Ridge not far away. So there's pressure on early. Sail of Century's last as they leave the straight. And out past the 2,200 metres, Primrose Sands boots through on the rail. Spirit of Westbury joining it. Indian Ridge a length and a half away third from May the Horse Be With You and Just Honour. A length to Scrumptious. A length further back, Crown Mahal. Friends Elrom the rail. 2.5 Green Raider, Curator Storm. A length and a half to Big Hustler, followed then by Tiger's Eye on the outside of Touch the Groom. 3 Prophet's Kiss, followed then by Yuppie on the inside, and then Philidor. And back to the tail, Guilty Verdict on the outside of Sail of Century. Out near the 1,700, Spirit of Westbury by about a half length. Hasn't crossed over though. Primrose Sands retaining the rail. 2 lengths to Indian Ridge third. May the Horse Be With You with a lovely trail. Fourth on the inside, a length and a half to Just Honour. He has the run of the race under Brett Preble, followed by Frenzel Rom, and then Scrumptious the outside. A length to Crown Mahal. Another length away, Curator Storm the rail, followed by Green Raider. A length and a half, Touch the Groom. Worse than midfield on the inside, and then Big Hustler Yuppie, followed by Guilty Verdict taking closer order, and they're trailed then by Tiger's Eye. Well back as Sail of Century over on the inside. He's towards the end of the field with Prophet's Kiss and Philidor last of all. At the 1,100 metres now, and Primrose Sands again went through along the rail and leads narrowly from Spirit of Westbury. 2 lengths away, May the Horse Be With You. Indian Ridge the outside, 2 Just Honour, followed then by Guilty Verdict, who's gone up on the outside, and then Friends Elrom the rail. A length to Scrumptious as they put the 800 metre mark behind them. Crown Mahal with a run, followed by Curator Storm, held up on the inside as they neared the bend. Scrumptious's next. Sail of Century's got to the outside. Big Hustler's off and running as well, and back behind them is Tiger's Eye and Yuppie. Touch the Groom amongst the tail enders, and Philidor. They're around the home turn now. Primrose Sands first into the bend, narrowly from Spirit of Westbury. Right behind them is May the Horse Be With You. Wider out as Indian Ridge, and Just Honour called on for the run, clear of Big Hustler, and then came Scrumptious and Frenzel Rom. Spirit of Westbury at the 300. May the Horse Be With You coming at him, clear of Indian Ridge, and Just Honour coming down the outside, and then Primrose Sands battling only. It's May the Horse Be With You getting to the lead from Spirit of Westbury. 100 to go. They'll fight the race out. May the Horse Be With You goes home the better. May the Horse Be With You, and Spirit of Westbury into the Melbourne Cup field. Touch the Groom flashing home for third from Just Honour, Curator Storm, and then came Prophet's Kiss wide out from Indian Ridge, Yuppie, and they're trailed by Frenzel Rom, Scrumptious, Big Hustler, Sail of Century, Green Raider, Primrose Sands, Crown Mahal, Tiger's Eye, and back at the tail end of Philidor and Guilty Verdict.
Yes, first and second are always the most important spots in the SAAB quality. May the Horse Be With You, trained by Michael Moroney, who won the SAAB and the Cup last year with Brew, and ridden beautifully by Jason Patton. 12.20, 3.50. 4 Spirit of Westbury, Stephen Arnold, 4.30. 8 Touch the Groom, 2.70, ridden by Darren Gauchi. 71.80 Quinella, 129.70 for the exacta, $1,179 for the trifecta on the SAAB quality. And he'd be worth watching in the Melbourne Cup, that horse. May the Horse Be With You. He's now had 6 starts at Flemington for 4 wins, including that very good performance today.
And is riding Shags today for Mal Johnston. Shags, of course, winning here a week back. With the claim today for young Chris, he'll carry a kilo less Shags than he carried a week ago. Now, Miss Helter Skelter, Chris Munce's mount, to come up to stall number 7. And she's in there. And we're set for action. Race number 2 here, and they're off, and it was a good start.